Hi, my name is Dr. Justin Didomenico, and I'm a Senior Vice President of School Consultation and a BCBA-D with Brett Denovi and Associates. Today we're going to be talking about positive and negative reinforcement and punishment. So the first thing that you have to think about when you hear the term positive or negative, it doesn't mean good or bad. It means simply positive means you're adding something, negative means you're taking something away. And then as we know with reinforcement and punishment, all we're looking at is there an increase in the behavior or is there a decrease in the behavior? So when you talk about positive reinforcement, you're saying, okay, I'm providing something or adding something that makes the behavior go up. And when I'm talking about any type of punishment, I'm adding or removing something that the behavior is going down. So let's talk about positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is adding some type of stimulus that causes the behavior to increase. So examples of that might be praise, providing stickers. Money to some people can be a reinforcer. Now remember, when we talk about anything that's a reinforcer or punisher, we have to observe its effect on the behavior. So simply because I'm listing those as examples, that doesn't necessarily mean those are reinforcers. That will depend upon the individual. Same thing goes for positive punishment. We're adding something, adding some type of stimulus, however, the behavior is going down. So that might be something like a reprimand would be a perfect example of adding some type of stimulus that is causing possibly the behavior to go down. Now, the third one that people really mistake often, and I've had professionals in the field that use it incorrectly, is negative reinforcement. People will say to me, well, how do you feel about negative reinforcement? I feel fine about it. It's simply removing some type of aversive stimulus, and it causes that behavior, whatever it was that removed that aversive stimulus, to increase in the future. Good example is hiccups. Hiccups could be considered an aversive stimulus, but there are tricks that people will use. Myself, I drink from the opposite side of a glass, or some people might drink through a napkin, or some people it's just a sip of water. But if in the future that behavior occurs and you're more likely to go back to, in my case, drinking from the opposite side of a cup, I'm going to go and repeat that behavior in the future because that removed an aversive stimulus. So negative reinforcement, like I said, people trick that up often. They equate it with punishment. It is not punishment. It's simply removal of an aversive stimulus, yet that behavior that removed that stimulus is going to be more likely to occur again in the future. And the final one is negative punishment. And like I said, when you think about positive, negative means you're removing something. In this case, with punishment, the behavior is going down. So that might be a parent reprimanding their child by loss of screen time or loss of TV time. You're removing something and the behavior is going down. I hope this video was helpful. And in the future, if you'd like to help us to disseminate the science, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for your time.